Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. Today's video we're going to be doing a swatch and watch, so let's dive right into it. First up, we're taking a look at some new stuff from Becca. This is the Be a Light Face Palette. I had talked about this in a previous video, but I actually saw it in person and I wanted to swatch it. There are two different versions of it. There's a light to medium and a medium to dark. Medium to dark was definitely too dark for me, so I took a look at the light to medium. This is $46. It is limited edition. It's got very, very shiny, your fingerprints will be all over it kind of packaging, though it is definitely very pretty. And here are the swatches. I was not super excited about this. I just don't care for the powders. The highlighter is pretty, but the bronzer is not the right shade for me, and the other two, like the setting powder and the ambient powder, if I were going to buy a powder like that, I'd probably get Hourglass, not Becca, so as far as I'm concerned, I don't need this one. Next up from Makeup Forever, we have the Artist Color Pencil. These are for eye, lip, and brows, so you can use any of the colors on any of those places. So it's a huge range, actually. I saw a pretty elaborate display in the Soho Sephora in New York City, so I took a look at them and I swatched a couple in various random colors, so like a nice pink, a brown, a blue, etc. I actually thought that they swatched very well. They look very pretty. They go on pretty smoothly, similar to like an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On pencil. However, I felt in terms of longevity, if I rubbed on any of these, they started to come off pretty quickly. They smudged if I rubbed them with my hand, and I didn't try to take them off with the eye makeup remover in the store. I waited till I got home and I washed my hand to see if it came off, and it was basically pretty much gone. So I'm not really sure how this would work on your eyes. Certainly on my hand, it did not have good staying power. So the colors were pretty, but I think on these, I may just stick with what I have. I wasn't super enthusiastic about them. I also took a look at a display of the Lawless Soft Matte Liquid Lipsticks. These have the most interesting smell. They smell like a very specific brand of popsicles when you put these on your hand. So as far as I'm concerned, that was the really only thing I could think about while I was swatching these lipsticks. They have a very soft, moussey texture. The colors looked pretty. I didn't find that they stayed particularly well on my arm, although the top one, that is the shade Dane, that did stain my arm, even though I was in a Sephora right next to makeup remover, and I used it after I finished the swatches, and that one didn't really want to come off at all. The smell I just could not get past. I think it smells nice, honestly. I like the smell of those popsicles, but it was really distracting. So because they were already having a staining issue in my arm, and the moussey texture reminded me of like a Ciate London, I wasn't super enthusiastic, so I'm probably not going to pick up one. There weren't any colors that I felt that I had to add to my collection. More from Becca. We have the Becca and Chrissy Teigen Endless Bronze and Glow. So this is basically a light highlighter, a pinky highlighter, and then a bronzer all in one single compact. This is $38. It is 7 grams. So basically, most of the limited edition ones, any of the ones that have the fancy pattern on the top, that's 7 grams. The regular ones are usually 8. So this definitely does cost the same, but you get less product. It's very pretty, and, you know, similar to the last time the Chrissy Teigen palette came out, the colors just are not for me. They're not colors I'm going to use on a regular basis. I do know that that top shade is Moonstone, which is a color I don't actually have, and I did think that one was pretty, but I think I'm going to get the same effect with the other shades that I already have in my collection. This one is a little too like bronzy beachy for me personally. It's just not what I go for. And then on the right side of my hand is when you mix all of them together. It's not super different. It's just a little bit browner than that pink shade is, but it's a similar sort of glow. So it's very pretty, and if you're into this, you should totally get it, but this one's not for me. I also took a look at the Glow Body Oil from the same collection. This is $42, 3.5 ounces. It's basically a shiny, a little bit glittery, glowing body oil. Didn't really smell like much of anything, which is fine because frankly the last glow oil that I took a look at, which was from Sol de Janeiro, the Ipanema Sunset, smelled awful and I couldn't stand it whatsoever. That one is only 2.5 ounces and that's $35, so it's a $7 difference, but it's 1 ounce less in the Sol de Janeiro, so I think you're getting a better deal for the Chrissy Teigen, plus you don't have the weird smell. At least for the Ipanema Sunset, I could not stand that. But I thought this Chrissy Teigen one was pretty, so if that's something you like, then you should totally take a look at this one. It's not something I'm going to probably use, and it wasn't super glittery, but it was definitely very shiny. So, you know, you're going to look like you were laying on the beach and you covered yourself in oil so you would glisten in the sun. So it's definitely going to do that for you, but that's just not something I like to do. And the final part of this collection would be the Chrissy Teigen Glow Lip Gloss. This is very similar to previous glow glosses that Becca has put out. It smells the same. It's got that same delicious minty smell. The doe foot applicator is the same. The tubes are very sturdy plastic. They're pretty looking, and they hold a good amount of lip gloss. The 3 shades are very pretty. They're kind of basic as far as I'm concerned, but if you're looking for a nice basic lip gloss, these are definitely great, because I know that the last group that came out, they were definitely very glittery, lots of iridescence, shade shifting, that sort of thing. These are just, there's 2 of them. There's more of like a matte shade, and then one of them has glitter in it. So if you like a little bit of sparkle for your gloss, that's certainly something that's an option for you. I thought these were nice. I like the ones that I already have not in these shades, so I just wouldn't pick these particular shades up because that's just not what I go for when I go for a lip gloss. But I thought that they were really nice. And these are $22, so if this is something you're into, you could definitely pick this one up. And last up, we have the Born to Run eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay. I've been really excited about this one on social media, and I wanted to see it in person, and it finally showed up in the Sephora store. So I went to take a look and swatch it entirely on my arm. It's got a lot of shades in there. I mean, it's pretty impressive. That's 21 shades in this palette. It's $49. It's a lot of product in here. And it looks really pretty. The case is pretty nice. There's a big mirror. I was super psyched to try this palette out. And then I looked at the swatches, and I thought about it for a minute, and I realized that I don't need this palette. This palette basically contains, a lot of shades that I have, very similar ones in the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette, and similar to some mattes that I have in the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics palette. And as much as I love like the blue and the green in the corner, they're not that exciting that they're the only shades I could possibly get. This is just not that exciting. And then this is coming out soon. This is from Rihanna from Fenty Beauty, the Moroccan Spice eyeshadow palette. This palette's going to look really similar to this Born to Run palette. And I need to remind myself, I don't need this one either. And that one's going to be $59. So frankly, you probably could get the Urban Decay and, be fine with that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, please subscribe. If you've got a suggestion for a video, please put that in the comments down below. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Bye!